The most spiritual thing that you can do this Christmas might be to quit. Not quit Jesus, not quit hope. Quit pretending. Quit performing. They call this the most wonderful time of the year. But with the stresses of everyday life, coupled with the holiday festivities, I don't know about wonderful, more like overwhelming. At 66 years old, I've learned that sometimes wisdom, growth, and healing doesn't come from more of what we do, but from what we let go. I've got 5 things for you to drop this week, and I promise you, it's not a list. I hate lists. Anybody that knows me will attest to that. I want to give you a permission slip. It's yours. Keep an open mind. Just hang with me. Hi, I'm Donna Dunlap. Welcome to Picturing Hearts, where we're developing hope, one heartbeat, one story at a time. And it's my hope that through my story, I inspire you to visualize greater hope for your story. So let's talk about what we can let go of this week. I put up a 4-foot pre-lit tree. You know the kind that comes in the box. You pull it out, 2 pieces. Put the top piece on, plug the lights in, and voila. And guess what I put on that tree? What I didn't put on that tree. No ornaments, no garland, no angel at the top. Nada. It's going to stay that way, and I'm okay with that. Now, if you knew me 30 years ago, a whole different story. I was that mom. My girls grew up with me decorating every holiday. Easter eggs, pumpkins, the whole 9 yards. But Christmas was definitely the main event. The kids definitely got involved with decorating the tree. And when their heads was turned, I had to have that ornament just right. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you do. Although they told me years later that I wasn't fooling them. They knew what I did. My daughters carry on that tradition though, and they've taken it even further than me. We only had 1 Christmas tree. They have multiple Christmas trees. And one daughter has a kid's Christmas tree and an adult Christmas tree and Christmas trees in bedrooms and crazy, crazy. For me this year, that 4-foot pre-lit Christmas tree is enough because I'm enough. And I'm so thankful that my husband agrees, even without the ornaments. Now, I'm not telling you not to decorate for Christmas. I'm not saying that. Remember, it's not about a list. You have permission to drop the picture perfect Christmas, the Better Homes and Garden Christmas. Your tree doesn't have to look like a magazine. Your tree doesn't have to be Instagram worthy. It just has to be yours. I still love those things, but they don't define me. They don't define you. The spirit of your home is not defined by things. The spirit of your home comes from within your heart and your mind. I'm encouraging you to guard your heart. It's your life spring. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Do you feel a little lighter? Now let's talk about dropping something else. You know, I haven't sent Christmas cards in years. Back in the day, I sent custom Christmas cards, not just enclosing a picture. I actually captured the images and did my own printing and custom messages. I loved it. But when depression set in, all of that stopped. It was just too much for me at that time, over the last several years. But this year, I am grateful for the healing journey that I'm on. I'm actually looking forward to doing my Christmas cards. But when I picked up my pack, I kept it real. It's an assortment. Some of them say Happy Holidays, some say Merry Christmas, and I can't remember what the other ones say. Well, I'm leaving myself room in case I don't send them all. And those that I send after Christmas, Happy Holidays or whatever, I'm giving myself permission to be imperfect. If you haven't caught it by now, it's not about the cards. It's about the pressure that we put upon ourselves. You know, that all or nothing thinking. Either I do it all perfectly and on time, or I don't do it at all. That's depression talking. And I'm not listening to it this year. So here's that second permission slip. Drop one obligation this week. Just one. Maybe it's the cards, maybe it's the baking, maybe it's the party you said yes to, but your body is screaming no. Listen, whatever it is, you have permission to make a choice. Drop it completely, do it late, or don't do it at all. But here's where it gets a little bit sticky. What happens inside you when you say no? That's what we need to talk about. I told my daughter something the other day that really surprised me. I told her, I just feel like getting dressed up and going to a Christmas event, a Christmas party. It was just exciting to think about it and exciting to realize that it was something I actually wanted to do. After all these years of hardly ever leaving the house. So this feeling was great. But then reality set in as I thought about it a little bit later, because the thing of it is, it's one thing to have that feeling, and then it's quite another thing to follow through. But let's pause right here on this point for a second, because I really want to stress this. Feeling like you can do something is not the same as being able to do it. It's between that gap of what you feel like doing or feel you should do and what you actually can do or actually will do. That's where the guilt sets in. You know, we get that little flicker of energy and we're like, wow, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do this. And then when we can't or won't, that's when we start beating ourselves up. Stop it. I'm serious. Stop it. Because in reality, the guilt we carry for saying no is heavier than the thing we're saying no to. If you need to stay home, stay home. If you need to leave early, leave early. If you need to skip the thing entirely, skip it. I do have something on my calendar, just one thing, and I am looking forward to it. But if I wasn't, I have permission to say no. The third thing to drop, the guilt for saying no. Let it go. It's not protecting you. It's punishing you. God is not keeping score, and neither should you. Now, the next thing that we need to talk about, this is the sneaky one, for real, because it doesn't always look like jealousy. Sometimes it just looks like admiration, and that's what makes it so dangerous. I see this every year on social media, at church events, and sometimes sitting right across from me while enjoying a meal. I'm talking about the women who seem to always have it together. You know, the matching Christmas pajamas that we see on Instagram and Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, but it's probably over there too. The annual cookie exchange that's been going on for 20 some years. The traditions that never miss a beat. And then I look at myself. I'm not a traditional girl. Never have been. I'm not the nurturing type. Not really. And I'm not the mom with the consistent traditions that you could count on. I could blame it on depression, the two major bouts of depression that I've had in my life. But it's not just the depression. That's just not me. I can be all over the place. This year one way, next year a whole different, a whole nother story. So when I see these women who seem to keep it together consistently, effortlessly, sometimes I'll ask myself, what's wrong with me? That little whisper will tell me that I should be like that. But I have to remind myself, I have a lot of great qualities, and my daughters have learned a lot from me. And I might not have consistently did things the same way every year, but I gave them me, my heart, and with that, many memories and traditions, memories to build upon. And they're creating memories and maybe more consistent traditions with their families. Maybe not. But what was most important took root. They themselves and their families are growing and thriving from the roots that I planted. Even when I thought it failed, I've been pleasantly surprised to see that it wasn't a failure at all. That woman that you're comparing yourself to, she has her own battles that you can't see. And that version of yourself that you're measuring yourself to, she doesn't exist. It's a facade. You're not her. So I remind myself, I'm not her. I'm me. I'm this version right here. Still breathing, still showing up, even when showing up looks like a 4-foot pre-lit Christmas tree without ornaments. Drop the comparison. Drop it. It will steal your peace faster than anything else this season. There's one more thing we need to drop. We need to let it go. Let go. And honestly, this one is the hardest for me to say out loud. Here's the lie I keep believing. That God looks at me and shakes his head. That he's disappointed in me. That he's disappointed that I just can't seem to get it together. That I'm not living up to my purpose that he set aside for me. That I just can't seem to get it together. That he's comparing me to those other women, the women who have it all together. Matching pajamas, consistent family traditions. They even have their grandkids over every year to bake cookies, Christmas cookies. I can't seem to get it together or keep it together. Honestly, deep in my heart, I struggle with God being disappointed in me. But I recognize it's a lie. And I'm working on getting rid of the stench of that lie. In my heart of hearts, I know that's not God's voice. He's not disappointed in my bare tree. He's not going to count the number of cards that I send. And he's not comparing me to that woman at church whose house looks like a Hallmark movie. Here's the secret. I hate Hallmark movies. Am I the only woman that hates Hallmark movies? Let me know in the comments if you're with me on that one. Serious. Just like he's not looking at me and shaking his head, I know he's not looking at you and shaking his head. I am going to hold on to the true picture of God's love for me. And let me share it with you. He's looking at you right now in your mess, in your struggle, and he's saying, I'm with you. And there's more. Isaiah 41:10 doesn't say, fear not, you performed well. It says, fear not, for I am with you. His presence isn't an award for getting it right. It's a gift for those of us who can't. Did you catch that? The last thing for us to drop this week, which is probably the most important, the lie that God is disappointed in you. He's not shaking his head. He's holding your hand. Thank you, Jesus. So, 5 things. Drop the pressure to make Christmas look perfect. Drop one obligation, or at least the guilt surrounding it. Drop the weight you carry every time you say no. Drop the measuring stick when comparing yourself to her. And drop the lie that God is disappointed in you. Let it go. Let it go. If this video gave you permission to breathe a little easier this season, we have 1 week left. Would you please share it with someone else who needs the same permission? It's probably the best Christmas gift you can give. I'll see you next Thursday. That's Christmas already. So let's keep picturing our hearts as God sees us, worthy of love, capable of healing, and never alone in the dark. You got this.